All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back once again to the ESL Pro League. It's CLG versus Echo Fox, and CLG just took the first map on Dust 2, 16-14. Held a huge advantage at the beginning of the second half, almost lost their stride there as Echo Fox were starting to come back, but then finally capitalized on those final 2 rounds and did close out the map there just as they were about to lose their lead. Now we go over to Train, where things have the potential to now get even more interesting if CLG shows up once again.
Yeah, but just, I don't know what Echo Fox is doing, man. Like 15 rounds in a row, you pretty much. I think Shazam was on catwalk once. You don't fight anybody at mid once. You don't have them respect middle at all. You don't look low or be crack with an op. These are all positions you will recover from. CLG ran a default pretty much every single round. One round they had Kusa go out long and 4 go B tunnels. Against the defaults on Dust 2, you can get away with so many peaks, so many aggressive peaks with an op, going for picks in so many different areas. I don't get it. They literally just played a default. Every single round. Start of the round, oh, we took long control. Okay, Freakazoid, go CT spawn. You two stay inside. First off, when a guy is in CT spawn, you don't need to have 2 guys in B every single time. Like, you could have a guy towards middle, and then if they smoke middle, you could NOA boost and catch somebody on cat. You know, like, there's so many things you could do. You could challenge middle more. You could put an op there. Like, there's safe things that will make them respect you, make use of them using utility if they want to push you back safely. I don't get it, man. I was like really disappointed in that.
And as the analyst mentioned, that has now cost them their playoff spot, essentially, unless like the other 3 or 4 teams ahead of them just completely drop the ball.
They said they're mathematically eliminated, so.
Well, there is like a very
Math doesn't lie, Blue.
Very small chance. Well, mathematically means like they're like 90% knocked out. Basically, it relies on, I think, like Team Liquid, Energy, and Renegades all losing all of their games, which I don't think is possible because I think some of them are playing each other.
Then they're mathematically eliminated, Blue.
I don't know. It's very hard to predict these things when there's 8 teams. There is still a chance, but it's like less than 1%. So yeah.
How is there a chance that they're mathematically eliminated? If they're mathematically eliminated, they're eliminated.
Ryu might have misstated it, okay? That's all I'm going to say.
So it was a Ryu mistake.
Oh, and Ryu's tossing it off onto the next guy. You told him. So
all right.
We're conducting an internal investigation now to figure out who
Somebody's
exactly
gonna get
fired. So anyway, right into it. These guys are actually going to clash inside, right outside of the box halls. Unfortunately, it doesn't work out so well here for Echo Fox. Rix and Freak finding 2 kills in there, but Freak's already dead. Rix is stuck up here at upper. Good turnaround, though. Catches Cutler, pushes him in the back of the box halls, and somehow this goes back down to a 2v2. It's Ethan and Hayes in the site. They're going to push through, actually trying to go into Z. Sean's going to see this coming. However, thankfully, Hayes has managed to take out Rick. So now they go back to the beat bomb site. They're just going to plant here, and Sean's going to have to clutch.
Yeah, 2v1. This is a very, very, very difficult clutch. Hayes needs to be patient. He needs to stay alive as long as possible and try to find an opening to run away. He does try to find an opening to run away. Ends up dying there. But Sean with no kit. Ethan in a great position for this post plant. Sean... it looked like he was going to try to get aggressive on him. He has a lot of time to work with here. Does hear Ethan, though, and now it's like a 12-year CS veteran versus some 1-year CS veteran in a 1v1. So we'll see what happens.
Oh!
The 1 year got him.
Just drops right in.
Well, you know what he did? He did the DeBears just hop out and headshot.
Yeah,
he literally hopped out and headshotted. He was pointing at me laughing.
Jumping it out, shutting it down.
Yeah, and none of the kills really went Echo Fox's way that you would have expected to, though. I mean, they had 4 guys towards Enter, only able to get, I think it was like 3 kills there or whatever towards Enter. So, just a fast outside by CLG and Echo Fox getting destroyed all across the map.
Echo Fox can do...
It's a slaughter, Blue.
Nothing about this at all. Roka is left awkwardly wondering just what the heck happened on that outer site there. He's going to position himself now over here on top of the ladder room, try to send himself down there, but ultimately there is nothing to be done. This is going to be an easy second round from CLG.
Yeah, his teammates just milted. Do I say that wrong, Blue? Everyone always says I say it wrong. Milted.
Wait, what?
Milted?
What are you saying? Like, what? How are you spelling that?
Like M-E-L-T-E-D.
It's melted.
Yeah, melted.
You say it like there's an I in there.
Everyone tells me I say it weird, but I just hear...
That is really weird.
I just hear the same thing that I'm saying as you're saying.
Melted?
Milted.
That's an I.
I hear the same words coming out of your mouth that are coming out of my mouth.
It's not similar at all. All right. That's a thing you got going on there, apparently.
Regardless, his teammates got melted off the map. It just disappeared.
I thought it was a word I've never heard before. I was like, what the hell does melted mean? Okay, into the next round we go.
No, I'm pretty sure I'm right and everybody else is wrong.
I mean, we could just Google this and listen to the voice that it tells us.
But I just hear the same thing as what you're saying.
That's so weird, though. Anyway, we've got CLG moving out. Again, this round, not expecting EchoFox to do that much. They actually did line up a bit of a flank here that they could use on outer, but more than likely gonna get spotted by these guys before they can do anything too aggressive about it. Like you can see, Ku's starting rounding back over there. Cutler's just gonna take him down before he even gets to that department. And for Sean Garris here, he's gonna position himself on top of the ladder to drop down inside here now. Actually does surprise Ethan a little bit, but unfortunately the shots are not there. And Ethan just shuts it out, hunting for some more in the back. And there you have it. CLG shut it down again.
Some nice shots there by Ethan. CLG comes out to a quick 3-0 lead. The devastated EchoFox from their humiliating loss earlier. Blue.
Sorry.
I'm trying to add some drama to it.
Okay.
Some flair. You know?
Yeah.
Just got knocked out of playoffs. We didn't hype that up enough.
I mean, the problem is that they were already kind of at like the bottom of the running anyway, so
Yeah.
them getting knocked out isn't like the big deal. It's if like one of the teams that are in like second or third place, like Optic or Immortals, if they end up not making it, that's like a big story because they like are huge in the rankings and they have to drop like all their games to really flush out now.
So you're just saying nobody cares about EchoFox?
A little bit.
A little bit.
Nice nade from Sabrosa to open up the round though.
Beautiful.
Just hits himself right in the face. And now we're going to see him diving down into the ladder room there too. Try and work his way outside a little bit, or at the very least just make some noise and keep it alive. But CLG are almost certainly making their way out over here onto the B-bomb site. Shazam with the first pickup, looking for more. They're just walking right out into him at this point. No smoke or anything to cover it. Roke even finds one. He'll get traded out, but the op's still here, and there you go. There's another one from Shazam. He's up to 3 now. One more to go is Sabrosa. He's got the bomb in check, but he's completely surrounded. There's nowhere safe for him to deploy. He's actually going to fall back over here and try to go outside possibly instead, or just wrap out towards upper.
Yeah, and great shots by Shazam there. It's kind of funny, though. If they had an op that jumped down and posted on it, they would have an easy kill as Freakazoid tries to spot some info, dies, but brings down Sabrosa to about 7 HP. So it should be an easy cleanup for the rest of his teammates. No reason they should drop another player here. Whether he goes down ladder, he goes towards inner, it should be pretty easy to get this kill for Rix.
And there you have it. Walks right into it, shuts it down, and EchoFox are going to pick up the first gun round. Like they're recovering quickly after things went pretty badly, and those anti-Acre are just getting shut down in its entirety by CLG. Back on their footing there, and obviously, again, Shazam just getting so many of these kills, they walk right out into him there when they try to go for that inner hit.
Yeah, I'm not sure why they would not have a smoke there if they're not going to have an op jump down. Doesn't make much sense to me, right? If you're not going to have an op jump down and post up, then why not just smoke it?
It is weird.
You tell me, Blue.
I don't know either. I have the same question.
Yeah, I don't get it. Because like, if an op did jump down, they would have killed him. Like, he stood his ground while blind. But, you know, they didn't have an op just post on him. Like, I mean, at the very least, they would have traded on him. So, I don't know.
So it goes into this next round now, and one of the, I believe, what will be the last investment for a little bit here from CLG. They're going to try to push themselves down. Roka is putting towards upper right now. Nobody challenging him, however, despite that Molotov that is tossed in that general direction. Sabrosa thankfully trades things out before it goes too far, but here's the problem. They also got
much damage.
Yeah, good damage on Ethan and Sabrosa. 22 and 18 HP for these guys, essentially one-shottable if they get too close to them here. And for EchoFox, the 3 still alive. They're already in this site. They're ready to move in for the retake. However, they've got to try to move towards this soon. Smoke's monitor still in the way, and CLG do have good control with that. There's Shazam, though, picking up another shot with the op up close. Takes down Ethan. He's going to hunt down this player on the bomb train. He hasn't spotted him yet, though, but he walks right up. There's no coverage for Kusta at all. He's immediately shut out. He's going to try to go up. That's where Sabrosa strikes, though, and now Sean moving in. He can't find him as if he's still in the smoke. He's still hidden away. They're going to catch him, but no, he's actually not going to get this kill. Sean finally finishing the job. Taps way onto Sabrosa, but he may be out of time now. He's going to chase his opponent up the steps here, and he's not going to get that kill. Cutler is going to shut it down, and CLG trade rounds right back into their favor.
Yeah, very well played by Subrosa there. Stayed alive for such a long time. One of his teammates re-smoked for him. Unfortunately for Kusta, he wasn't able to take a position that wasn't open to the oil push. Dies for free, but he got a very crucial kill to actually put in CLG's favors, you know, man-wise. It was 4-3, I believe. And now Echo Fox on a save, 4-1 for CLG. Not looking good for this start on Echo Fox. If CLG can win this round cleanly, they're going to have a pretty good economy and be in really good control for this T-side of train.
Now CLG moving themselves. They've got positioning all across this, but they haven't decided to move towards any of these sites just yet. More than likely leading this into just a default A hit here too, as they've got two of their guys over there on top of the ladder room. Freaks is going to try to play it aggressively. Doesn't work out so good. He gets damage on the Cutler, and Sean's now lined to try and punish anybody else that would push in this direction. Not going to happen though. He's pushed up on top of the train. Wait, as the Molotov forces him out here, and the rest of Echo Fox are a bit shaky. They've got two of their guys lined up inside a Z there, potentially to rotate in. One of them's in heaven, apologies, and one more still fully committed down over there into the B-bomb site. That's Roka, waiting for a possible hit and work its way in through the box halls itself, and that seems to be the option that CLG are now going for since their positioning and the T-Con was already spotted. They're just going to send it over to this site instead.
Yeah, and a smart move by them. Just Roka there with the lonely P250. I think Shazam's rotating with a USB, so really trying to minimize as many casualties as possible here for CLG, especially if they peek up through upper here.
Hayes, unfortunately, just slowly getting pecked away at here, but he does actually manage to get the kill with the support from Ethan. Subrosa finding the second one, and the final two were still committed over there outside, so there's not a whole lot left, as they do have some pistols they're working with here now. They're going to shift back around over there in a CT spawn, hopefully to counter out any players that would hunt them down, but this round's over again, and it's going to be 5-1 in a moment. Yeah,
5-1, and Echo Fox digging themselves into a pretty deep hole here. CT side train is, I mean, you want to start racking up rounds, so they're not going to have many more chances here to start winning a gun round cleanly and you know, building their economy up. They need to start making a run out of it soon, because CT side train can be pretty tough. Although CLG CT side train hasn't been exactly too good, so might not be as tough as I think.
We can see Rix trying to move in there and really just hopefully trying to isolate one or two of those guys in the site to make sure it wasn't ninja'd. But didn't work. Everybody ran outside anyway, and he just wasted his time. And, well, it's only a P250, so not the biggest loss in the world for him. And I still think they're going to have enough to buy here. Unfortunately, the money's kind of at that limit still, so light buy once again for these players. They did pick up 3 HE grenades. They may try to stack one of these zones, and it ends up working out. Can knock out one player here, but beyond that, same as last round, just a couple upgrades onto the P250s. CZ for Sean and Roka, working with one as well, but already we've got the CLG guys. They waste no time in this round. They're right out into the site already. Ethan's found his first pickup. They've got Rix on the site, which they haven't checked for yet, but he's completely blind, so he can't even react when he gets pushed. Good reaction from Shazam, however, so he's going to find 2 quick kills on Ethan and Hayes, and there's Roka doing work with the Deagle. 2 quick headshots from him. Subrosa and Cutler both go down. All of a sudden, this is a 1v1, and he almost clutches it out.
1 HP.
Kusta at 1 HP gets the shot off. Literally one more bullet would have done the job, but Kusta survives. It picks up the 6th round for CLG.
Just a ridiculously good job by Shazam getting 2 USB kills and Roka with 2 like incredible Deagle headshots, almost winning the round. Kusta at 1 HP, takes his time on the op shot though, and hits that. But that really hurts CLG's economy, and you need to do that for Echo Fox. So those were actually very important kills.
Now, let's see how they're going to work this again as they got the gun investment coming back in for Echo Fox. Only a singular op to work with here. Subrosa moving out for the ladder, however, Freakazoid just ripped the rest of his teammates apart. He even got the 3rd one on to Subrosa, Sean with the 4th, and Cutler is already the LMS. He's got 1 pickup there onto Freakazoid, but that's it. And he's had to fall back. He doesn't have bomb control. That was dropped way over there by the train. And in this 1v4, it's just not looking that great. He's even going to get pushed by Roka in a moment. He went up the ladder. Maybe investigating over towards him, and there we go. He's ready, actually. There's a perfect pop flash, and he's going to walk right in, shutting him down with no problem at all.
Yeah, great job by Freakazoid. I mean, 3 entries on that outer site. He was 1 and 8 there, so he got 4 times the kills, I guess. Going from 1 to 4, right?
Yeah.
Can you still say 4 times if it's only 3 kills?
Yeah, because like...
I mean, it is like 4 times, like 1 multiplied by 4.
Yeah, 1 times 4 would be 4.
Yeah. Well, so your math, that has been proven earlier, is a bit rough.
That's true.
But Rix gets shot by Kusta there to 26 health. And now things get a lot more interesting, right? For us seeing how CLG reacts to things strategically. Shazam killing Cutler there, getting a nice pick off.
And Shazam after picking up that frag too. Now they're going to look to make up for this even more. Not wasting any time, just like on previous rounds, of moving out into the open here on the outer side, but this was their problem last time, is that they had smoke coverage too, but they were not expecting the CTs to get aggressive about it. Now as they move back up, there Shazam with an additional pickup on Hayes. The Molotov to try and force players at E-Box. We didn't realize how close Ethan already was. However, still going to be able to impact there with the frag. As we see Rix finding another pickup from up in heaven here. It's all left to Kusta, trying to spin around, trying to stay alive for one or two more pickups here. He's going to grab one on the Shazam, but the touchdown nade rolls in from Sean, ends his streak there, and puts a third one onto the board for the Echo Fox roster.
Yeah, Shazam just taking matters into his own hands there. I think he got 3 entries. Similar to Freakazoid the round before. I think they were trying to boost over the smoke in the T connector there. And kills Cutler, who was trying to boost Kusta up, I believe, to get that initial one. And now 3 to 6 and forces CLG on a save. So, eco for CLG. Echo Fox can have really good economical advantage after this. And it looks like they're on the way of, making a run here.
We can see Cutler sneaking out here too, looking for something with the Deagle. And he's not going to get it. He does, I think, do just like 3 damage to Sean, but obviously nothing of impact as well. Sean's going to trade that right back onto him in a much larger fashion, bringing him down to 28 HP. As the rest of Echo Fox just split around. Sean's even got a re-peek there too. Finishes the job off. Nice headshot. And now Aruk is actually going to be tested quite heavily here too. That Molotov is thrown back. Actually doesn't end up exploding out. It's further that he's tossed in. He picks up the kill, holds his ground. He's going to look for more, but the crossing Glock, he's going to end up being a little bit better in this respect. Now Shazam hunting for more too. They know this player's close up to this white train, and well, they both just jump right out into Freakazoid's crosshair. He shuts it down. Sabrosa cannot hold with that measly little pistol, so it's a quick retake. And Echo Fox, they got another one, 4 to 6 now.
Yeah, 4 to 6 after that 1-6, so they've won 3 in a row now. Great money, but CLG getting that plant is probably going to secure them a really good buy for this round. They'll have full nades and everything they need, and we'll see if they go back to that inner site. That was what was working earlier. I think they opt back for it here, most likely, since outside got kind of stomped by Freakazoid, but we'll see.
So as we take a look now at Echo Fox here, same stories we've had in the past quite a few rounds now, as they all split up on the outside site. They're going to send, actually, Roka's not even going to wait. He's just going to go right up the ramp this time and watch for any players that would push back there. He's even got smoke support, too. Nobody peeking him back over there from the railing, and ooh, tries to go for that jump. Is not going to hit on the first attempt, and not going to hit on the second attempt either. There we go. Took him 3 tries, but he got it. And now he's just going to post up here and wait for any aggression to come in his way. Abandons that spot pretty quickly.
Yeah, he didn't mean to fall down. He was just trying to back up to the furthest possible point. So, Roka's movement not on point right now.
3 tries to get up and then instantly falls down.
Yeah.
And so we're still waiting here to see what CLG is going to push towards. Initially had quite a few players up there in the White Halls approaching the back B bomb site, but and decided to move out now and are going to get ready to throw in smokes and whatnot, while only having Hayes boosted up here too. So they're going to know it's coming into this site. Should no one else proceed back up there. But actually, they're moving in. It looks like 3 of their players moving up, but only Cutler moving in to just splash things out over here on the A-bomb site itself. Problem is that obviously, as you can see, Roka just watching for it. Nobody's checking the backside there, and counts it nicely, grabs the bomb carrier. That's going to be the only 1 kill he gets, but he does also get good damage on the Kusta before getting traded out by him. Now more moving in, but they stay out to duel these players. Hayes moving up. He's going to pick up 1 after he loses Kusta. More trades occurring. Sabrosa is still up and running though, but finally he gets knocked out as the last man up for the roster. And Echo Fox find yet another one. Now knocking at the gates of CLG's scoreline, 5 to 6.
Yeah, I thought CLG was going to win that round based after they got that Roka kill. They were pushed up so close towards inner, but Echo Fox able to trade those kills. Unfortunately for CLG, just trying to fake there. Echo Fox, though, if you notice, like they saved all their Molotovs. They didn't just burn all their Molotovs. So if you just throw a bunch of smokes and try to do any type of execute, almost certainly you're going to see at least like 2 Molotovs come towards like the choke point that you're trying to execute from. So it's going to be really difficult.
Roka is still sitting in the same spot too, but a lot faster. We do see the guys from CLG getting into a spot to try and get into this position here too. Holding up a bit at the smoke, but he's not going to see any of this as of yet. He knows they're coming, but now he's got to wait out for it. Gets two though. Doesn't see the third player jumping up over on top of the box, and that's what's finally going to edge him out to take him down. But still, trades heavily. They spot the hit coming in the backside, and of course, they know that the buy is not that impressive. Just Tech 9 pickups. So the guys from Echo Fox can get into appropriate positions to counter this out now.
Yeah, and I mean, if you have like a solid team and teamwork, like you take that all day. You get an early spot on Inner, so it's not like they could capitalize off killing Roka. Yeah, they do get an M4, but Roka got 2. It's 4v3. You know exactly where like 2 or 3 of them are, and it should be pretty routine for like a solid team, right? You're able to take positional advantage other areas of the map that almost guarantee you fallback kills.
We can see two. Freak is up at upper there and grabbing the next pickup on Akusta after Shazam actually misses his shot. They still know more on the way though, and there you have it. Freak shutting out both of them. It's Ethan and Cutler both go down. Fortunately, Shazam doesn't get a piece of the pie that time, but now the game is tied in itself. And CLG have some makeup work to do after a great start here. They've lost it down at 6-1 at one point, and now it's turned around.
Yeah, 6-6 now. Kusta picking back up the op, so we'll see if he can do anything with that. Subrosa really shining though on this T side, 13-9 out of him. So showing a performance that we seem to have been waiting for, right? Seems like he's a lot of time at the bottom of the scoreboard and pretty inconsistent lately for CLG and throughout the season. But today putting up a pretty good performance for CLG.
And so now we see the rest of the guys here from Echo Fox just again in the usual spots, but they've actually just added more to the upper defense there too, while still keeping 3 on the outer side. But the problem is now these guys got to rotate into flank positions quickly. Freak's gonna grab 2 though, so that's actually a huge buff to these guys. Is now they're not gonna have to worry about this so much later on. As Maroka, he makes noise and dropping down, doesn't care about the Molotov that was gonna push right in. Kusta denies him from getting more, but still trouble is brewing, and well, it's gonna go away now. As we do see Hayes get knocked out, looks in the wrong direction there, doesn't catch Ricks. Kusta trying to hold, but it's not gonna work out. And Echo Fox continue their streak, now leading 7-6.
7-6, and CLG can opt for 2 buys in a row here, or they could, you know, light buy here and make sure they get a full buy next. I would probably go for just a buy here and buy the next round as they do. But these smoke takes, I mean, you know, Echo Fox is saving their utility, so I really think that's one of the poorest ways to try to win a round is an execute like that, when they're just going to counter smoke you, throw their Molotovs, have great positional advantage as soon as you pop all those smokes over. I think it's actually better like to go, you know, for more like direct gun battles and hope you could just win off that or trade kills and things, because, you know, that utility just favors Echo Fox so much.
So as they move forward here, Cutler and Hazed finally holding back a little bit here, punishes that extra aggression we were seeing from Echo Fox, taking out 2 of them early on. A 3rd kill being found by Ethan to finally knock out Roka, who's been pushing into the back B halls for like the last 3-4 rounds now. And finally, CLG will get back control of the situation. Unless these 2 ops can do massive amounts of work, more than likely this round will already be secured for the CLG roster.
Yeah, 1 op spotted already, and they know where Shazam is too. They know he's been playing around Z, so it should be pretty routine for CLG. Smartly going towards Inner, but no smoke for whatever reason. They opt not to smoke and just jump down, end up trading on him, so that's good. But that could have gone disaster. Like, that could have been a disaster, bro.
And now Sean even looking to do some more damage too, as they've impacted quite well. More going out, and he actually almost had those 2 players lined up there, but I think he flicks just a little bit to the right at the last second. Hayes is going to take him down, and now we're right back to where we started the tie game, 7-7, as we go into the final round to see who's going to hold the lead coming out of the first half.
Yeah, and that's a really T-sided angle. If you're on the right side of team mid there, and they push up towards Hell, without like a pop flash or anything like that, you actually like see their shadow before they come, and it's a really easy kill. I'm not talking about the guy behind the box, because he has to look at top blue as well, but the guy close right.
And so as they start to move in here, actually Kusta does spot one of the CTs sitting back over there by Ivy and being deployed in this area. It's going to force Sean a little bit further inside to try and investigate to see if anyone was here. However, all this early pressure from the side of CLG was just noise, and now as they try to move in, well, Roka's right back to pushing the B halls again. He shut down Subrosa. The hesitance on CLG is going to be really showing here and really telling of how they can play out the rest of this round, as you still have Roka sitting in those halls. Thankfully, he doesn't do more damage. He's able to trade that out, and Kusta's slow creep up the short alley here is going to net him another kill. Gives back the demand advantage into CLG, but Freak is waiting, slowly creep back. He gets 2 really quick headshots, almost a 3rd one as well. Kusta trying to bring it back under their control, but Shazam just found the kill, and Kusta on the ladder. Unfortunately, not going to be very accurate. It comes down to this op-on-op battle. The flashbang over top completely blinds Kusta. but he is safely behind the train for right now. Shazam has actually gone on a bit of a mission here. He's creeped out on the other side of the bomb train and is waiting for Kusa to eventually go from the peak on the E-Box side. And he will get that in a moment here. Kusa certainly not being quiet, but out he goes, and there's the shot. Shuts down Shazam, and that is going to give CLG the edge. 8-7 is going to be our scoreline. Second half, guys, is going to be coming up in just a little bit here between these two teams. Stick around as the set is close, and you don't want to miss its conclusion.
He's going to get the one kill in that bomb incoming onto the side. FNX has to stay up. Joe, he gets the triple FNX. Oh my god, what a way to win that round. They don't have a smoke, so this over still.
ESL Pro League is brought to you in part by Soylent, Xfinity, Logitech G, Pay Safeguard, The Score Esports, Mountain Dew, and ESEA.
And we're back once again, ladies and gentlemen, here for more Pro League action between CLG and Echo Fox. CLG holds the lead yet again off the first half. They're coming out their T side on train. Echo Fox were starting to piece things together towards the end of that first half, but again, lost their bit of a stride there, and we were able to see CLG come out on top.
Yeah, and you know they started winning rounds in a very different fashion, right? Not going for those, you know, like 5-man takes with a bunch of smokes and things like that, going for more direct gun battles. Freakazoid, though, was very impressive for Echo Fox around that ladder E-box area, consistently multi-fragging, playing that spot really well. Even that last round that they lost, you know, two guys came out ladder, he killed two, dinked another, I think. So consistently doing well around there. That was impressive to me. And then Kusa in that very last round versus Shazam, some nice little quick peeks. Nice movement by him. So well played by CLG there at the beginning of the half and then at the very end of the half. And at the end of the day, 8-7 is a great scoreline for C-Side Train.
So we will get into the second half immediately, and we can see CLG still up in the lead at this point, but now on CT side where it could be essentially sink or swim, as if they've managed to fix a lot of the issues that we were seeing, and judging for the Dust 2 performance, that may be a large possibility. These guys could really dominate Echo Fox if they bring a poor form to their own T side, but if we're still seeing those issues formulate with this newer CLG roster, then maybe they will fall apart here, and the possibility for an Echo Fox comeback to tie this up at 1-1 is certainly going to happen here. They will move
Singular pop flash into an intertake, and CLG is playing it so passively, man. This is Echo Fox. Such good positional advantage here, but this is going to be very difficult for CLG to retake.
And there's no one even close to being in that site either, so as we see, they all have to work essentially from square one, and Shazam, they get right up in their face. They're leaving them no room at all. Kusta picking up so far the only kill here from the CLG roster, but he also finds a second at the moment. He's the hero of this team, and he's going to find a third kill too. Everybody else has been knocked out. He'll have to ace this, and he's well on his way to doing so. Picked up the fourth. He's even got the position locked down as to where Roka's hiding out at here, but having to trade out pistols, doing so much damage with so many bullets here. As he moves closer up to the site, he has got a kit to work with too, but Roka is going to play this so patiently. He's got to fully commit to this plan here, and Roka destroys him with an instant headshot there. Echo Fox will get themselves back into this one and immediately tie it up at 8 rounds.
The welcome to the clutch sign after that. That was a pretty easy clutch, Roka. You had like 8 seconds to defuse. I don't think that was possible to lose if you just hide and then peek like you did, bro. But anyways, wins that one, which Echo Fox, they needed that, man. That was a pretty good take by them too. They just throw one pop flash, Molotov Z, good read by them to assume that COG's playing like more of a retake setup and able to win that round pretty easily.
And we can see again the Echo Fox roster making some noise on the outer site there. That's Sean doing that, but the rest are just pushing in. Flashbang actually gets messed up a little bit. I think it bounces off one of their teammates, but as we move themselves out, Ethan's going to find one there, actually. He grabs the player that's planting the bomb, so Kind of dives in, and it's surprising it doesn't end up taking more damage from that one. But Cutler on a repeat is going to get knocked out. They've got, look at this from Kusta, though, I think, is pushing all the way out to the site, and Sabrosa just gets 2 kills. Where's the reaction from Echo Fox? All of a sudden, Kusta's right up on top of them there. The Echo Fox roster, thankfully for them, did not decide to actually plant the bomb here. They gave up on it and retreated. But now they're working against a 2-on-4 all of a sudden.
What the hell are they doing, man? Why was he just planting out in the open?
I don't know.
What was that?
And they're going to go back into the site now? So check out Z, trying to figure out if anybody's going to push back in onto them. Very, very cautious from Echo Fox, obviously, after the big mistake that was made on the inner site, but they don't go back in. They do decide to fall back outside, but they've got no clues where these CTs are hiding. Ricks with a nice little shoulder peek finds one, but he's got the P90 to work with there. Sean with 2 pickups, though, and he's got damage already primed on a Sabrosa here, but he has to be cautious still of Kusta rounding around the back here, too, and the AK. As we can see, though, Sean doing a good job of managing this up to a 3K. He's looking for the 4th now. He jumps up onto the bomb train there as Kusta tries to wrap in the other direction, but no, Sean is going to save Echo Fox here. Picks up that round, but no way that much damage should have been done to the T side here.
No, that was terribly played by Echo Fox. I don't know what Freakazoid is doing, just playing out right, just in the open, just completely in the open. Anyways, that round would have been so much easier had he just planted normally in the back of bomb and had that down, and then the CTs have to come to you. But yeah, Sean, impressive job by him to save that round. Very, very clutch, because if they lost that round, it would be looking really rough, man.
And Shazam already hunting down some more frags here too from inside. He's gonna get hit well and finished off too. I think he got dinked once through the metal, and then he got hit a 2nd time out in the open. Shazam has found one with his AK, but still here. Again, more of these big guns getting dropped out, and Sean almost losing his life there too. Only survives to pick up those 2 kills with 20 HP left over. The final 2 have been pretty much pushed into the back corner of Ivy over here, so this round is going much more securely into the hands of Echo Fox, but still losing even one of those guns after the unfortunate turn of events that happened on the previous one is certainly not acceptable.
Yeah, but I mean, even though CLG lost that round, getting 4 kills on an eco like that is really going to help you if you win this upcoming gun round, because it's just going to hurt Echo Fox's money so much, right? It's going to make their rebuy just that much worse. And any extra kills here, I have no idea why you would hunt in this situation in a spot with an AK like this. It just is. Now, if they lose the next round, like, they're probably going to be on a save. Do they not realize how important those deaths are? Like, you're losing AKs here.
It's essentially immediately guaranteed it, and CLG is going to have no problem whatsoever buying directly into that. We'll see how exactly this round goes, and even the investments now coming out from Echo Fox too. Certainly, the only op that's going to be bought up now is picked up by Sean, since he was the one with the most money left over. He was the one that clutched that out, and we could see he was sitting at like 6,400, whereas the rest of these guys barely had enough for their own rebuys. Roka has to downgrade himself to a Galil.
No, the risk versus reward. The reward is literally $300. What are you going to pick up their pistol? Who cares? The risk is that you give them AKs and screw yourself if you lose this round. Into a double eco.
And we can see 2 of those AKs already sitting on the CLG roster here now too. So Rose and Hayes are working with them in this round. And have already done some early damage to Shazam too, as he tried to go for the T-Con peek. He got hit by quite a few shots there and was dropped down to about 36 HP. Now the rest of Echo Fox here is looking to make up for that. They've got some Ivy pressure that they're trying to use over here to get closer into the outer site. And the rest are lined up for pretty much the default into the A-bomb site here. Nothing really fantastic about the way that they're approaching this. Could be very easily read if they're not careful. So Echo Fox do need to be cautious about the way they approach the actual take.
Yeah, and if you've done your homework against Echo Fox, they work Ivy very consistently. So if you just... I think the best way to deal with Ivy pressure is to focus on Ivy much more so when they're coming out and kill them at Ivy, and then focus on the other parts of the map. But we'll see how they do focus on it. So Rosa gets in a nice cheeky spot here. Gets a good kill on Roka. And now Shazam tying to Cutler. And this is CLG's round to lose.
They're going to move up here too. Freak finding one. Cutler has to dive down into this Molotov here, but still, they shut it out. Freakazoid finding the only impact kill there. Kusta responding with 2 of his own to shut out the round, and there you have it. Immediately, 3 out of 5 of the players here from Echo Fox are sitting below 2K.
Yeah, and I think they will buy here, and then if they lose this round, probably double eco, just because these guys have so much money, but maybe not. Looks like they won't. But, I mean, oh, nope. But, okay.
There's indecision.
So Roka has a Galil and a Deagle now because of the indecision, right? He bought a Deagle because he thought it was going to be a save. So now he has to work with a Galil instead of, you know, the AK that he should have had. But yeah, Echo Fox. I don't know. I'm kind of happy they lost that round, Blue. It might sound like a jerk, but just like, I don't know. I don't get why you're doing that. Literally, and Roka gets dinked crossing. I'm telling you, the only reason they did that, if you want to know the truth, is because they wanted to get kills and they wanted to get better stats. That's it. That's seriously it. Like, there's no other explanation, and it's 100% the truth.
All right. So now they have to pay the price for that, as they're unfortunately just going to be working with those very measly little pistols here to try and pick up something on this one. And they try to dive in there, the Molotov in their way, though. Actually, only 1 kill from Ethan, but Hazed is here. He's picked up 1 additional frag. He should be able to hear that player jumping around on the bomb train, and there you go. Here's him pushing in. Nicely done. Hides behind the bomb train itself. Takes down Freakazoid. The final 2 have already been lit up pretty heavily. You can see it. Rick's just going to get sprayed down at range from Sabrosa. Roka trying to hold the zone. Picked up 2 kills, at the very least. Cutler and Hazed, both getting brought down very, very low here. Now, the final 2 are going to be the problem. There's the next pickup, but in comes the flank from Kusta, and he is going to shut this one down. 10-10 will be the scoreline.
Yeah, CLG not winning that round cleanly and letting Bomb get down, but even so, Echo Fox will probably be on an eco here. They might Tech 9 armor because they will get 2,400 next round, so they could still get like an off on Shazam if he just doesn't really buy much, or maybe Roka will off him, but yeah, I mean, Echo Fox just giving this game to CLG and giving them like complete control, and I think they did a pretty similar thing on Dust too. And similar, you know, Ryu always talks about his team in Selfless, about how they like play to their opponent, and I mean, that's kind of what I think Echo Fox does too, right? Like, it just seems like they're a threat to lose to anybody they play against, even if you think they'll be a lot better than them.
This round, though, is going to be a complete shutdown in CLG's favor. Echo Fox try to go heavy on out towards Ivy, but it doesn't work at all. There's just a huge corpse pile instead of that smoke, and obviously Sean tries to sneak in, but is destroyed by HE grenades. So very quick round, and that will give CLG the lead here as it takes us into the next buy round for Echo Fox.
And, you know, I don't know if I think Sabrosa has played way better today. Like, not just because he's 22 and 16, but I really do think he's played way better today than we've seen him play in like the past few times that we've casted him. And I think that COG is doing much better right now as Echo Fox is outside rushing with Freakazoid here. But I'm not sure if it's them playing well or Echo Fox is just playing really poorly.
Freakazoid there, unfortunately being found out very early, but nicely done. Gets the headshot on the ladder. It's 3 quick kills for the Echo Fox roster, and that nets them good control here of the B bomb site as they move in there. I mean, they're even clearing it outside too, as a bit of a bonus to that one. That's Freakazoid doing all that work. The 2 that are still left alive had to sort of evacuate through Ivy from the outer site, and there is certainly nothing that they can do from this position. So they'll get even pushed out by Sean too. Timing ends up working out for him. Sabrosa, the last man alive. He looks away for a moment there. Almost loses his life because of that one. Yeah, and Sean just playing with him here. Buying more time. Flashbang out from the stairs there is perfect, but unfortunately hits Sean too, so he's got to wait, but regardless. Moves in there, finishes the job. Echo Fox are back into this now, tying it at 11.
Yeah, and I think that's an awesome strat. Like, Freakazoid, yeah, he went out there and did work. That kill was sick on the bomb train, but just pulling out that Z rotator and then going inner pretty dry like that, and like if you could just get Shazam posted up lower ramp, back bop or something, a lot of times you're just going to be able to win that round, even if you have 2 die going down lower and are in like a 3v4 or something, you know, because just upping down there is just so powerful. So now Echo Fox winning that round puts CLG's money. Pretty poor situation right now if they lose this, but they do have the utility right now, and they have what they need to win this round. So Rosa pushed up really heavy at Ivy, and this is like a battle of just the hackers, Blue. Just Roka and Sabrosa just doing crazy shit.
And Sabrosa's gonna move right out, but it's Roka that wins the battle this time. A quick reaction from him, and he's gonna spin around and shut out Sabrosa. Now bringing this down to 5-on-3. However, Hazed, he's going to try to move up. He might actually catch these guys off guard, but Rix re-peeks out just the right moment, takes him down. And, well, things are pretty much fully in control of Echo Fox. Same thing as the last round, just 2 on the outside side that unfortunately can't do much about things, so more than likely going to pull out and save again.
Yeah, and Echo Fox looking like they're winning these gunfights pretty cleanly too, man. So they're going to be loaded after this. But I mean, it is true. Like, Roka and Sabrosa kind of battle each other at a lot of these spots. And both of them are on, like, Reddit all the time. It's just like, back shot Roka. Yeah. Back shot Sabrosa. It's just, I don't know. If we watch this game more closely between the 2 of them, like, that should have been the storyline of this game, you know? Both of them should have just been trying to do, like, crazy, ridiculous things on each other. That sounds so wrong, by the way.
Well, Roka's going to get pummeled on by Cutler as he tries to push out Ivy there. And now the final 2. looking pretty good to survive on this one as they're both trying to imp shot Ivy. They still want these kills. It's just not plausible to push for them here. So they both end up surviving there. And it will be Echo Fox to take the lead once again now. 12-11. The buy from CLG obviously is not going to be that great if they even go for it here. Most of these guys are just around 2K. So I think the guys that have saved are really going to have all the power in this round.
Yeah, but CLG, I mean, Kusta's playing really well, so Rose is playing really well. And I think going forward, if CLG wants to be like a really good team, I think like if you're going to have like star players, you know, on CLG, I think it has to be Kusta and Sub Rosa. I know Sub Rosa, you know, I talked about earlier, his stats aren't good or anything like that, but I think he does have the talent in him to be like their best fragger. You know, and then like Hazed, Cutler could be like more of the supporty type players like they were in like the past with earlier versions of CLG. And I think that's what you need out of these guys if you want to end up becoming like a really top team. As Echo Fox going towards inner, Shazam throwing them one way, lower.
As they drop into Sabrosa's hiding in the smoke, the flashbang comes out there. True, it completely blinds his opponent. He tries to back away, but it's not going to play out. Now they've got to cancel the plant for the time being. They manage it though. Sabrosa just a bit of a momentary surprise there. They do knock it out for that one kill. And, ooh, unfortunate timing there for Kust as he peeks out just as the smoke fades. Sean's going to punish it immediately. And unfortunately, Hayes is having like a USP. There's not a whole lot he can do. They're still in the site, so they'll have to deal with them this time. But there's the out from Cutler. Misses his first shot as the player pushes out from upper. Hope is fading away. Hayes actually doing more damage with the USP than Cutler's done with the op so far. Baroque even waiting out over here. Outside of Z, completely takes down Hayes, and Cutler just going to wait in the back of this tunnel here. Flashbang comes in his direction. Actually uses the cart to get out of it, but the hopping from Roka times it perfectly. Dodges the op shot, and then rocks out to take down Cutler.
Yeah, now CLG probably won't even have an op this round unless Sub Rosa buys one, and I don't know if he'd drop it or not, but we'll see. Looks like they are buying here. Echo Fox on a really good roll and has really good money right now. So they're in control of this game. I mean, CLG really faltering on these full gun rounds. They really, this is where like what we've seen before from them on train is starting to show that they just don't know how to play like these full buy rounds.
And again, they try to play it aggressively here too, sending Cutler up on top of the first train. And I spotted a player there on Shazam that's jumped up a little bit, and ooh, Shazam just barely going to miss that opportunity, but when he goes back up on top there, manages to correct it, and obviously Cutler is way more peeked out here too, so the shot's easier to hit. Picks it up. There was some damage that was done to Rix and Shazam in the process, though. They both have been brought down a little bit, so treating it out here and there, but again, now CLG have to try and hold with one man down, and they haven't had a good record about this ever since CLG have sort of taken control of things in the past 2 or 3 rounds here.
Yeah, and I mean, I just don't think CLG plays these gun rounds properly. Like, we see such a difference in how even Echo Fox, when they were like starting to win CT side rounds on outside and things like that, how they were playing was just strategically and, you know, what's it called? Fumbling here, Blue. Fundamentally, it was so fundamentally different, right? CLG takes so many angles where like the T's actually have the advantage, while Echo Fox opts to like use their utility and wait until you like push towards the site and take very advantageous angles. You know, and that's what good teams on train do.
And they're going to wrap out there too. Roka already finding his first pickup here. Sean knows one's in the corner. And oh, Sabrosa absolutely should have died there, but is able to react in time. Quick trade from Shazam though knocks him out, and Ethan, much like many rounds in the past, very disconnected from the action that's going on. So just putting himself in CT spawn to save. Highly doubt Echo Fox going to move out to hunt him down, considering the majority of their health pools currently. They have the money for it now, but the problem is their health working with it. They've got one guy chasing him, and that is going to be Roko, but that makes a lot more sense since he's at full HP still.
Yeah, and what I mean by that is like the fundamental difference in how like CLG plays train on their CT sides is just so different. They're always taking gun battles that they really shouldn't be taking, that they have no business taking. When CT side train, you know, it's a CT-sided map. So your mindset when you play a CT-sided map, Blue, should always be like, I'm never going to do anything where I don't have over like a 50% chance to win, you know, that gun battle or fight, you know, and that's like base. Like I would put it more like 65, 70%, you know, unless you need to because you're like very down in numbers or something like that and you have to force something.
And we do as well, guys, in case you missed it there. See the pause coming in for CLG here. Tactical pause, assumably from them, but much like on the last map, happening very, very late here. Last map they did, I think, when it was tied at 14 rounds, and now they're doing it same thing at 14 rounds after they've been losing control for some time.
Yeah, and on Dust 2, they were able to make the adjustments to win, but here on the CT side, I think they're on an eco. So, you know, maybe they force buy here, maybe not, but I do think they're pretty low money right now. So it's going to be really, really tough for CLG. You know, we've seen them in the past play train, and they never ban it seems, and it seems like they almost never win on it either. I think they lost Complexity last time we casted on it, right?
Something like that. Yeah, it was one of those. It was one of those lower tier teams.
Yeah, pretty sure. So I don't know, man. They got to learn how to play the map better, though. From my point of view, like even their T side. I mean, realistically, on their T side, like they won the pistol, they won the first gun round, they went 6-1. Echo Fox kind of gifted them a round where they just pushed T mid, and CLG was ready for it, and it was a really bad T mid push. I mean, they didn't smoke the right side, they didn't do anything, they just straight peeked and died. Right, and then they won that last round off Kusta's like pretty, you know, sick round, right? So even their T side, if you look at it, like I really think if CLG had 30 gun rounds where you just have 16K every round versus 30 gun rounds of like Echo Fox, I think they lose like 16-5 based off what I'm seeing here. You know, so even though like the score is pretty close, you know, 14-11 right now, CLG could still possibly win this. Nothing I have seen from them says like you're a good train team.
No, not at all. And so now they have to try and make up for this, of course, and they've only got a few rounds to do it, with it happening, again, the pause at 14 rounds for their opponent. We do go back into it, however, so we can jump back into the game in just a few seconds here. CLG having to win out this one, but as you mentioned previously, doing this pause on an eco when your opponent is at 14 rounds, probably not going to lead to the best results here, as unless you can have a huge upset on this one, and your opponent's already at 15 rounds, and now you have to do 4 straight to not even win the map, just to take it into OT. Echo Fox wasting no time pushing for outer control, though. There's Freakazoid already moving in, taking down Hayes. Shazam's going to get boosted up here just to make sure there's nobody sitting in the back or over there by Ivy. They don't find it and actually deny Cutler, too, who tries to make a split-second push into T-Con. Reconfirms that there's a large presence here, but that's about it.
Yeah, almost no way this is going to go CLG's way. And I would just... we got to go back and we got to look blue and see how many rounds has CLG won. As Subrosa gets a nice 1D there.
Ethan popping out for the bomb train there too, picking up one more, so all of a sudden things not looking necessarily as secure as they were a few seconds ago. But there's Shazam taking down his teammate, and Ethan burning so much. 30 HP for him to work with here now. Stuck in this position, there's nowhere to run. He jumps on the bomb train, grabs one more kill, and he's also got Sean very, very low. One bullet left though in the FAMAS, and he's got to try to go for the reload here. Shazam slowly trying to peek him. He looks for one more pickup, but it won't happen. Sean gonna end the madness. Pick up his 21st kill and give Echo Fox a match point.
Yeah, and those deaths don't really matter. I mean, Echo Fox has so much money at this point. They're probably going to be able to buy throughout the rest of this half. But yeah, I mean, we should go back and we should look like how many CT side rounds CLG wins a half on train. Because, I mean, it seems like it's like 5 or under. You know, it just seems like they can never string together rounds and just play it so fundamentally incorrect.
And now we will see Echo Fox begin to move themselves. Again, wasting no time with this one too. Smokes, flashbangs, everything already over here on the outer site. And CLG have been pushed back to the brink. Kusta will find one kill, but he's immediately traded. They've got the player sitting behind Ticket. Actually, that's going to cause some confusion. Hayes surprises with 2 kills all of a sudden, and they don't communicate it very well. So Hayes is going to be able to pick up both of them instead of just a 1 and trade. Player boosted up on Ticket. Sean's actually not spotted this yet, and he's in the open right now. So there's Hayes with another pickup. All of a sudden, it just falls Shazam to try and clutch this back out. Close-up shot against Subrosa, but he's stuck over here in the alleyway. No bomb control. And shifting back, there's still 2 players to worry about. And Z dodges the flashbang though, but a missed shot, and that's going to cost him dearly. Because now they're all surrounding him here. He has to push up to this bomb train. He gets another kill. He actually has a lot of time to work for this, so maybe he can bounce this back and just close out the match here. But that player in Z is going to shift back and around to the alt tunnel and try to regroup too with Cutler, who's still sitting outside of Ivy here. They're going to give Shazam the room he needs to at the very least get on to the bomb train and possibly try to go for a plant. And at that point is where they will eventually try and crush things and bring this up to 12-15. He's managed to recover the bomb, but obviously for good reason, still being very cautious as he lurks around. Now there's one more pickup. CLG have allowed Shazam to isolate this down to multiple 1 versus 1s, and now it's just fallen to the single last one. It's going to be a 4K clutch, but no! He drops down from the bomb train just as Ethan was peeking out, and finally Ethan just barely keeps CLG alive in this one.
I just don't know why they peak in the situations they peak, though, to even put it into that position. You know, I mean, I understand Cutler being boasted there, but I don't understand Subrosa moving from Hell. which we've seen so many times that he keeps doing that. And I don't understand why Hayes would peek from bomb train, little bomb, even if he thought like the guy might have been flashed or anything. Just bad peeks by that team to put it in that situation, but really good job by CLG of understanding that it was going to be a Z take. Like, 2 guys went to Z, got free kills there. I was kind of surprised by that, but Freakazoid has all the room and outside that he needs to make a play.
Broca literally is walking right out and destroying Ethan. A second kill. Freak, as you were mentioning, making the plays on outside here too. Boxing in the remaining CTs, and while Cutler's going to find one with his op, there's a lot more to be done. Second frag, but at a heavy cost, now down at 17 HP, and he will be shut out by Shazam. There you have it, though. Echo Fox bouncing back in the second map. They are going to take control of this one, going 1-1 for the evening.
Yeah, I mean, just Echo Fox doing whatever they wanted on that T side. I mean, it seemed like every route they took was, you know, even like that round that they lost there with that full outside rush. If they didn't go through Z there and they actually just like were like, oh, okay, you know, RYX Rix, he got the entry, which was a sick entry, by the way. Like, dodging the Molotov like that and jumping on the bomb train was really sick. If they just decided not to push through Z and they were happy with that, with bomb control and sight control, they probably would have won that round too. So it's just like anything Echo Fox did on gun rounds just worked. Like, there was almost no resistance. It was just easy for them. It was routine. It was like what you would expect if they played like a main team, to be honest.
Mm-hmm. All right, so with the struggle still continuing there for CLG on their CT side, we're going to take it over to the analysts to talk a little bit more about this matchup here. Guys, take it away and close out this match for us.
Yeah, Echo Fox winning that one, but the damage has already been done. They really needed to win both of those ones, Ryu, and they weren't able to pull it out. Hey, you got the prediction right. Just the maps wrong.
Yeah, I said 16-12. I thought CLG would lose by that score on Dust 2, not on Train. And I think, so you said before last break they're mathematically out. I think that there's like a 0.01% chance if Energy loses, if Liquid loses, if Renegades lose the rest of the season, and Echo Fox wins every map for the rest of the season, then I think it comes down to a tiebreaker. So like it's a very, very, very slim chance, but there's still a chance, I guess. On Train, yeah, I mean, the T side for CLG looked pretty decent. It was back and forth. They were able to make a couple of rounds work that, just like in the first map, you're like, okay, they're not going to win this round. Like, oh, wow, they might win this round. Sometimes they did, sometimes they didn't, but their CT side is just really, really bad, and Echo Fox was able to just kind of run free.
Yeah, I mean, it was back and forth. Round 14 was a CLG win, and you were thinking, all right, maybe they were able to walk away with this one 2-0, but walk us through what happened here.
Yeah, so this is something that if you've ever watched Echo Fox play, Freakazoid will just randomly walk push connector by himself. Very, very common. And so when he does that, he gets killed. The peak then leads to another kill immediately after. This almost went in the other direction just because they didn't use any of their utility there. You see there's some smoke still up on the players for CLG, but they're able to lock it down. And they had a really, really good start. Echo Fox did a great job of kind of bouncing back in that first half, but when CLG had the chance to kind of put the pedal to the metal and distance themselves, they didn't. They were able to pick up a couple rounds like that, but I think it was like a 5-1 or 6-1 start at one point. So they definitely could have had more in that T side, and obviously they needed it given how bad their CT side is.
Yeah, just like Daze was saying, just abysmal performance on that CT side. And then around 25, that's when Echo Fox really started to put the pedal to the metal. And again, just a little too late for these guys. If they were able to do the same thing in Dust 2, we'd be talking about something completely different. Maybe they'd have probably like a 25% chance, but the fact that they didn't win both of these today, like you said, 0.001% chance of making it in now.
Yeah, and you know, like the performance on Dust 2 is just, you've got to be kicking yourself if you're Echo Fox. I actually was kind of worried that maybe they were maybe a little bit on tilt and a little bit upset going into that. The start they had on this map was really poor. But you see here, just is just like a really simple like outer, looking for picks. They get a couple picks, couple smokes there. Not like a crazy elaborate strat, but it catches the CLG players off guard. I think for CLG, if you're gonna improve your CT side, I think you're at the point where maybe you swap positions. You just change where people are playing. Like just change it up. It's clearly not working. I don't think Cutler had much, if any, impact at all CT side with the op. Again, I don't know how many times I could say it. I would love for them to hand the op off to Kusta. I think that maybe they're slowly working themselves into that decision. And then if you're Echo Fox, you need to take care of business in the next couple matches. It's a little bit out of your hands at this point, but there's, to close the season with 2 wins is still a pretty good season overall. And maybe the miracle happens and all those other teams lose out. I don't think that's going to be the case, but at least play the next couple maps like like every single round matters, and maybe they get a little bit lucky.
Yeah, I think both CLG and Echo Fox showed a lot of pride. I mean, CLG, like you said, they're just playing to have spoiler, and then Echo Fox easily could have just been like, oh, you know what, guys, they said we're mathematically eliminated. Let's just get on tilt. Let's be upset. But no, both teams showed a lot of pride there. So a nice job by both teams, and I thought it was pretty entertaining to watch. But guys, I want to give a shout out to the Score Esports. Go on and take out your phone. It's that time, iOS or Android device. Download. It is the best place for news and stats. And don't go anywhere, Ryu. We also have this epic match going on between Optic Gaming and SK, guys. It's going on after the break.